The world of Pixar Cars 1, where every turn and every character is packed with NASCAR Easter eggs. This beloved animated movie is a masterpiece that will always hold a special place in the hearts of racing fans everywhere. Let's dive deeper into the movie and explore even more of the amazing connections to the world of NASCAR. And hit that like button and subscribe to not miss anything. Number 19. The voices behind the cars. One of the most exciting parts of watching Cars 1 is recognizing the voices of some of the most iconic NASCAR drivers of all time. Richard Petty, also known as the King, voiced the character Strip, the King Weathers, a 7-time Piston Cup champion. Dale Earnhardt Jr. lent his voice to the character of Junior, a car that looked and sounded like him. Darrell Waltrip, a former driver and current commentator, voiced the character Darrell Cartrip, a reporter who covers the races in the movie. These NASCAR legends brought their unique personalities and talents to the characters they voiced, making them all the more memorable. Number 18. The Rust-eze team. Fans of NASCAR will recognize the Rust-eze team that sponsors Lightning McQueen. The paint job on the Rust-eze team cars is almost identical to Richard Petty's famous 43 car. This is a nod to the fact that the filmmakers wanted to honor the history of NASCAR and the drivers who helped shape the sport. Number 17. Helping out on the track. One of the most touching scenes in the movie is when Lightning McQueen helps a stranded car named Rusty and his gang of misfit friends fix the road. This scene is a nod to NASCAR's tradition of drivers helping each other out on the track. In real life, drivers often stop to help each other during a race, even if it means sacrificing their own chance of winning. Number 16. Real-life moments in NASCAR history. The dramatic finish of the movie, where Lightning McQueen pushes the King to the finish line, is based on a real-life moment in NASCAR history. In the 1979 Daytona 500, driver Cale Yarborough famously helped his rival Donnie Allison after a crash, only to fight with him after the race. This moment has become one of the most iconic in NASCAR history, and is often cited as an example of the intense competitiveness and camaraderie that exists in the sport. Number 15. Guido's lightning-fast pit stop. Did you catch Guido's record-breaking pit stop in the movie? The scene shows Guido completing the task in just 3.36 seconds, which is quite an impressive feat. In reality, the current world record for the fastest pit stop was set by a NASCAR team, clocking in at an astonishing 1.82 seconds in 2020. Despite this, the movie's portrayal of Guido's lightning-fast pit stop still serves as the testament to the remarkable speed and precision of pit crews in the world of NASCAR. Number 14. More NASCAR references. If you're a NASCAR fan, you'll notice even more references to the sport throughout the movie. For example, the numbers on the cars in the movie are all references to famous NASCAR drivers. Lightning McQueen's number 95 is a reference to the year 1995, the year that Pixar was founded. The character Chuck Hicks is based on the real-life driver Bobby Hamilton, who drove a car with a similar paint job. The character Doc Hudson is based on the real-life driver Herb Thomas, who won the NASCAR championship in 1951 and 1953. Number 13. The Dynaco team. Another connection between Cars 1 and NASCAR is the Dynaco team. Dynaco is the sponsor of Lightning McQueen's rival, Chick Hicks, and it's a reference to a real-life gasoline brand that sponsored many NASCAR drivers and races. The Dynaco logo is also similar to the Sunoco logo, which is a well-known sponsor in the NASCAR world. Number 12. The famous Pixar ball. Eagle-eyed fans of Pixar movies will recognize the iconic Pixar ball in Cars 1. The ball can be seen in the background of the scene where Lightning McQueen is practicing his turns on a dirt track. The Pixar ball has become a staple of Pixar movies and is hidden in almost every movie they make. Number 11. The cars as NASCAR drivers. Many of the cars in the movie are based on real-life NASCAR drivers. For example, Lightning McQueen's design is based on the Corvette C6R race car, while the design of his rival Chick Hicks is based on the 2004 NASCAR Chevrolet Monte Carlo. The character Rusty Rust-eze is based on the 1990 NASCAR Oldsmobile Cutlass. Number 10. The inspiration for the movie. The inspiration for Cars 1 came from director John Lasseter's love of cars and racing. Lasseter grew up in California, near the site of the now-defunct Riverside International Raceway. He was a big fan of racing as a child and wanted to make a movie that celebrated the sport and the cars that made it possible. He also drew inspiration from the iconic Route 66 highway, which he traveled frequently as a child. Number 9. The Pixar Theory. Fans of Pixar movies have created a theory that all of the movies are connected and take place in the same universe. According to the theory, Cars 1 takes place after a catastrophic event that wiped out all of the humans in the Pixar universe. The cars and other non-human characters in the movie are the only ones left, and they have taken on human-like qualities as a result. Number 8. The legacy of Cars 1. Cars 1 was a huge success when it was released in 2006, grossing over $462 million worldwide. It spawned 2 sequels, Cars 2 and Cars 3, as well as several spin-off movies and television shows. The movie has become a beloved classic for both racing fans and movie lovers, and it continues to inspire new generations of car enthusiasts. Number 7. The Piston Cup. The Piston Cup is the fictional championship trophy that Lightning McQueen is racing for in the movie. It's a nod to the real-life NASCAR Cup Series championship trophy, which is also shaped like a cup. The Piston Cup in the movie has the words Hudson Hornet Piston Cup on it, a reference to Doc Hudson's racing days. Number 6. Doc Hudson's racing career. Speaking of Doc Hudson, did you know that his character is based on a real-life NASCAR legend? Doc Hudson is modeled after the legendary driver, Fabulous Hudson Hornet. Hudson Hornet won several races in the early 1950s and was known for his innovative use of technology and engineering in his racing strategy. Number 5. The Route 66 connection. One of the major themes of Cars 1 is the importance of Route 66, a historic highway that runs from Chicago to Santa Monica. Route 66 was once the main artery of transportation in the United States and played a significant role in the development of the car culture in America. In the movie, Lightning McQueen's journey along Route 66 is a metaphor for his own personal growth and development. Number 4. The role of Mater. Mater, the rusty tow truck that becomes Lightning McQueen's friend in the movie, is based on a real-life vehicle. The character was inspired by a 1951 International Harvester tow truck that the filmmakers found in a junkyard. Mater's name is a reference to the Latin word for mother, which is fitting since he is often seen taking care of Lightning McQueen and his other friends. Number 3. The filmmakers' attention to detail. One of the things that sets Pixar movies apart is their attention to detail, and Cars 1 is no exception. The filmmakers went to great lengths to make sure that every car in the movie was based on a real-life model, down to the smallest details. They also visited several NASCAR tracks and interviewed drivers and pit crew members to make sure that the racing scenes in the movie were as realistic as possible. Number 2. The Cars Land attraction. Cars 1 has had a lasting impact on popular culture and the entertainment industry. In 2012, Disney opened a new section of their California Adventure theme park called Cars Land. The attraction is based on the fictional town of Radiator Springs from the movie and features life-size replicas of many of the characters and locations from the film. Number 1. The music of Cars 1. The music in Cars 1 is another important part of the movie's success. The soundtrack features several classic rock and country songs, including Life is a Highway by Tom Cochrane, Route 66 by Chuck Berry, and My Heart Would Know by Hank Williams. The music helps to set the tone and mood of the movie and adds an extra layer of nostalgia for fans of classic cars and racing. So did you manage to spot all the NASCAR Easter eggs and references in Pixar's Cars 1? Share your favorite ones in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.